2K has been dropping patches like they're candy. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm not trying to make a new build every time a new update comes out. So I took it upon myself to make an unpatchable build. And the only way to do that is to make a build that can literally do it all. I'm not exaggerating. Today's build has a 96 mid-range and a 93 point rating. So not only do you unlock every green making badge on Legend, you also unlock the overpowered deep range takeover that is dominating the meta right now. You get a 93 driving dunk and an 80 vertical. So you unlock gold posterizer, which we're gonna max +2 to Legend, and unlock every pro contact dunk animation in the entire game. You get a maxed out speed with ball and a maxed out ball handling, which not only allows you to get ankle breakers and absolutely humiliate your opponent, but also makes it to where you get the best dribble moves in the game and you're dribbling as fast as possible at all times. And on top of all that, gets maxed out rebounding and perfectly min-max defensive attributes, all with a super high speed and agility. Okay, Grinding, that sounds cool and all, but I probably need like 85 cap breakers to get all that. Well, not necessarily, because today I'm gonna be giving y'all 3 versions of this all-around build. One you can make with 0 cap breakers, one you can make with 10 cap breakers, and obviously my version of the build that you can make with 17 cap breakers. That way, no matter how many cap breakers you have, you can tweak the build accordingly and you can make it your perfect all-around build. Now, we're about to get into everything you need to know, but real quick, if you want $75 worth of free VC to make one of these builds, all you have to do is subscribe with notifications on, like the video, and comment how many cap breakers you have right now. And I'll be choosing the winner in a future video, so make sure anytime you see a noti from me, you click it super fast. Alright y'all, first off, here are the dribble moves for all 3 versions of the build. I already know I'm gonna get questions asking about these, so you can screenshot, pause the video, do whatever you gotta do. The motion style is Jalen Suggs, and the dribble pull-up is Pro 2. And the best jump shot in the game to this day is still base Matt Ryan, release 1 Beluba, release 2 Charles Bassey, 65% Charles Bassey, 35% Beluba, 100% release speed, and the visual cue is 5 or 6 ticks above push. If you want to know how I know it's statistically the best jump shot in the game, it's because I'm subscribed to NBA 2K Labs. They do all the information for me, so I don't gotta worry about anything. So if you want access to the same information, go to NBA2KLabs.com and use code GRINDING for 20% off. If you do, make sure to DM me on any social media you want and I will follow you back instantly. And last thing, for all of these builds, I will be going shooting specialization. Not necessarily because it's the best, but because it's the only one I have done. So if you feel like grinding some of the others and you feel like it'd be better, please go with those. Now it's time to get into the build, starting with the 0 cap breaker version. Yes, you can make this build if you have 0 cap breakers and it will dominate on day 1. This build height is 6'8", the weight is minimum weight, which is 185 pounds, so you get the most speed and agility possible, and the wingspan is 6'8", so when you do eventually get some cap breakers, you can improve your shooting and feel like you're improving your build. And this is the build right here. If you play 2K, you can automatically tell how perfectly min-max this build is for having 0 cap breakers, because we hit the 78 block threshold for silver high flying denier, and just to increase our contest, because if y'all don't know, your block rating determines your contest when you jump. We hit the 73 steal threshold, so you get silver interceptor and you can upgrade it to Hall of Fame interceptor with your max +2s. We got our 85 perimeter defense, because after patch, perimeter defense really does not matter that much anymore, which sounds crazy to say, but I have a lot of 95 perimeter defense builds and they feel no different anymore than an 85 perimeter defense. I'm actually making a video about this later. One thing that nobody's talking about the patch is that shot contests got significantly worse, but that's another video for another day. We have 0 cap breakers on this build, so we have to go 85 ball handle and 80 speed with ball in the builder. You're gonna see on our cap breaker versions, we go a 66 ball handle and a 60 speed with ball because it maxes out with cap breakers. But in this scenario, we have 0 cap breakers. We just want to hoop. We just want to dominate day 1. We have a 93 mid-range, which of course gives us Hall of Fame set shot specialist. But like I said, we also have a 6'8" wingspan, so we can get a 96 mid-range, meaning that once we get 3 cap breakers, we can honestly get every single shooting badge on Legend with just max +1s. Right now, we can get them all on Legend with max +2s. So we're gonna have them on Legend regardless. But later on, it's just gonna make your build that much better when you only have to spend a max +1. We also have an 83 3-point rating just to get bronze limitless range, which we're gonna max +2 to get gold limitless range. We have an 89 driving dunk and an 80 vertical, so we get all the pro contact dunk animations in the game. Also, once again, once you get more cap breakers, you can go to a 93 driving dunk and get even more contact dunk animations. And then finally, to finish off the build, we have a 60 defensive rebound and a 64 offensive rebound just to get box out beast and rebound chaser badges, meaning we can officially do every part of the game. We can handle the ball and run point guard, we can play defense, we can shoot the lights out, we can dunk on people, and we can rebound the ball. There is virtually zero weakness in this build, and 2K actually backs me up on that sentiment. You'll see in a second. The only thing you're gonna see in the cap breaker version builds is, one, we're gonna go no ball handle and no speed with ball because we're gonna cap breaker those up. So we're gonna have extra attributes to put in our rebounding, extra attributes to put in our speed and agility, and extra attributes to put in our strength. And if you play NBA 2K26, you know that all of those changes are not necessarily needed, they just help a little bit. But for the most part, small tweaks to ratings to perfectly min-max a build do not affect the gameplay that crazy. Again, if you play 2K26, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When I'm playing against people on stream, they all feel like they have the exact same build. I don't care what ratings they have, they all feel like they're the same exact 6'8" build. But anyways, if you make this build correctly, you get the name two-way mid-range slasher. Your strengths are automatic from the mid-range, you're a poster waiting to happen, you are a transition nightmare, and you are tough to get by on the perimeter. And our weaknesses are none. We have no big weaknesses to report because we are a genuine all-around build that can do everything on a basketball court. And if this build looks kind of familiar to you, it's because it is a version of my very first day one build, which I released back on like September 2nd. The only thing I changed about this build is I actually gave it block and rebound, which I did not give on my first 6'8" build. But it's just kind of crazy to think that my day one 6'8" build has passed the test of time. I still use my day one 6'8" build on stream, and it feels really good to this day. But anyways, that is the 0 cap breaker version of the build. Let's get into the 10 cap breaker version of the build. Alright, for the 10 cap breaker version of the build, it is the same exact physicals: height 6'8", minimum weight, and a 6'8" wingspan. The main difference of the 0 cap breaker version and the 10 cap breaker version is that we can go a 66 ball handle and a 60 speed with ball, which will max out at an 86 ball handle and an 80 speed with ball, which is the absolute highest you can get on a 6'8" build. And with those extra attributes, we were able to get an 88 speed, an 87 agility, and a 73 strength. Now, the reason 73 strength is important isn't just because we get bronze immovable enforcer, which we can max +2 to gold, but we also get access to gold strong handle once we upgrade our ball handle, which means with one of our max +2s, we're gonna have legend strong handle on this build with just 10 cap breakers. And if y'all don't know how good legend strong handle is, if anybody touches you and you run straight to the rim off of a triple threat, it will bulldoze everybody. I don't care if they have a 95 strength, I don't care if they got a 99 perimeter defense, it bulldozes everybody. It is an insane gameplay mechanic. If you want to see what I'm talking about, here is a video of my 6'4" build with like an 85 strength, bulldozing pure lockdown defenders with a 99 strength who are 6'8", just because I have legend strong handle. Go check it out for yourself, you can see I'm not lying. But yeah, other than that, the build is pretty much completely the same. The only thing we also did is increase our rebounding a little bit just to get silver box out beast. But yeah, other than that, we got the same exact things. We got an 83 3-point rating for limitless range, we got a 93 mid-range that we're gonna upgrade later as we get more cap breakers. I'm assuming if you have 10 cap breakers right now, you're probably gonna end the year with at least 16, so you're definitely gonna get your mid-range to a 96 and your driving dunk to a 93, which again is gonna give you all legend shooting badges with just max +1s, and your driving dunk being a 93 just gives you gold posterizer and unlocks even more pro contact dunk animations. And just in case you skipped to this point of the video, this build perfectly meets every threshold you want to meet. You have a 78 block for silver high flying denier. Also, block determines your contest whenever you jump, so just having a high block in general is a good thing. You have a 73 steal for silver interceptor, which again we're gonna max +2 for Hall of Fame interceptor, and you have an 85 perimeter defense for silver on ball menace, as well as the ability to get Hall of Fame challenger with another max +2. And I didn't talk about this earlier, but 60 interior defense is for bronze paint patroller. All you need is bronze and people will not finish on you in the paint with a 6'8" build. And then the higher speed and higher agility is just gonna allow you to play defense better. With the higher speed, you can play lanes better. With the higher agility, you can shuffle your feet better. If you don't know, your agility determines your lateral quickness. So yeah, this is the 10 cap breaker version of the build. And if you make this build correctly, you're gonna get the name two-way mid-paint score. Your strengths are gonna be completely the same as the 0 cap breaker version. You're automatic for mid-range, a poster waiting to happen, a transition nightmare, and actually one change is always in motion, never out of control. I don't know what that means, especially for a 2K game where we control the player. That makes no sense. But for our weaknesses, it says that we're sluggish launching for the triple threat, which is just not gonna be true, and pressure forces early pickups. The only reason it's saying that is because we have technically no ball handle in the builder. The strength and weaknesses screen does not go off of your potential cap breakers. But anyways, y'all, that is the 10 cap breaker version of the build. Now it's time to go into my perfectly min-max 17 cap breaker version of the build that I will be using on stream. With 17 cap breakers, it is actually hard to make a bad build. I'm not even trolling, you'll see in a second. For this build, once again, we're 6'8", lowest weight, which is 185 pounds, and the lowest wingspan, which is 6'8". And this builder screen is gonna look insane. Once again, we're gonna go 66 ball handle and a 60 speed with ball with 9 cap breakers. That is gonna max out at an 86 ball handle and an 80 speed with ball, which is the absolute max you can have for a 6x8 build. So after using 9 cap breakers, we have 8 cap breakers left, which we're gonna use 5 on our mid-range to get a 96 mid-range. That's gonna give us Hall of Fame set shot specialist. That's gonna give us Hall of Fame shifty shooter, which means we only have to use max +1s to get legend shooting badges the second we make the build. So 9 cap breakers on ball handle and speed with ball, 5 cap breakers on mid-range. That means we have 3 cap breakers left, and you can probably guess it, our 3 cap breakers are gonna go immediately onto driving dunk to give us a 93 driving dunk with an 80 vertical, which not only is gonna give us gold posterizer, which with a max +2 is going to be legend posterizer, but also gives us all the pro contact dunk animations in the game. So on this build, we will have legend posterizer, which if y'all don't know, posterizer is so OP now. Contact dunks are broken just because they buffed the dunk meter to where it dynamically changes like it was supposed to from the beginning. So with a big meter like from legend posterizer, it is actually hard to miss dunk meters even at 0 to 0 with no takeover. We're gonna have legend shooting badges with just max +1, so we have legend set shot, legend shifty shooter, and legend posterizer all on the same build. And a new change that is different than any of the other cap breaker versions, we have a 93 point rating, which not only gives us silver limitless range, but also gives us access to deep bomber takeover, the absolute best takeover in the game, whether you're running ISO or whether you're running screen. In every game, honestly, I switch it up. Some games I ISO, some games I set screens with a popper. Either way, 93 point rating. Oh my gosh, bro, it makes you unguardable. Having to guard you from 30 feet out when you have legend posterizer is impossible. Like, genuinely, it is impossible. And just in case you skipped to this version of the build, once again, we have perfectly min-maxed everything. We have a 78 block for silver high flying denier. We have a 73 steal for silver interceptor. Again, our max +2 is going to go on interceptor for Hall of Fame interceptor. So again, you're going to have legend shooting badges, legend posterizer, and Hall of Fame interceptor all in the same build. We got an 85 perimeter defense for silver on ball menace, as well as access to Hall of Fame challenger with another max +2. We have an 86 speed and 86 agility, which is actually less than the 10 cap breaker version build, but it's a sacrifice I decided to do. I don't really see a difference whenever I play on this build. We have a 71 strength, which once I hit legend 1, probably in like February or something, we're gonna use 2 cap breakers here to get a 73 strength to get legend strong handle, because we're gonna get gold strong handle, and then we have a choice to max +2 it. And then of course we have a 70 defensive rebound and a 60 offensive rebound for silver box out beast and bronze rebound chaser. A perfectly min-max build. When you make this build, you get shades of Tracy McGrady, which is my all-time favorite player, so I love that. And you get the build name 2-way 3-level score. The build name's kind of mid, but we're gonna change it to green light because we finished our shooting specialization, so the build name is just gonna be green light. And once again, they give us the same strengths as the other builds: automatic from the mid-range, a poster waiting to happen, hits deep shots defenders hate. With deep range bomber, I hit way deeper shots, and always in motion, never out of control. And for our weaknesses, they're gonna say that because we have no playmaking, pressure forces early pickups against us, and that we're sluggish launching from the triple threat, which again just isn't true. With Kobe triple threat and maxed out ball handling, we are gonna be moving lightning quick. And here it is, y'all, the fit I'm gonna be wearing on my new cap breaker 6'8" build. You can see I just made it, but with the cap breakers, this is what it looks like: a 93 driving dunk, 96 midi, maxed out speed with ball, maxed out ball handle, and then everything else we talked about in the builder. And if you look at the cap breaker screen, bro, it just looks insane. 93 driving dunk, 96 midi, maxed out speed with ball, maxed out ball handle from a 66 ball handle and a 60 speed with ball. And the crazy thing about it, there's not a single attribute I want that I didn't get. I guess the only one technically is 73 strength, and we're gonna get that with 1 cap breaker. Like, literally, if I grinded my 200 lifetime challenges, I could have my 73 strength right now, and the build would be absolutely perfect. There's nothing else I want. Now, granted, if there's nothing else you want, then how is this gonna be your end game build? How are you gonna change it when you get more cap breakers? I'm just gonna add more that the build doesn't need. I'm gonna get a 92 3-point for Hall of Fame Deadeye. With 5 more cap breakers, I'm probably gonna go a 90 perimeter defense. Then after that, I'll just upgrade my pass accuracy, which insanely goes to an 85 with just 5 cap breakers. So if you're the type of person to be in the comments saying the pass accuracy is too low, 1, first of all, change it, bro. We have a million high attributes, just change it if you want it. And 2, we're gonna have it later on with our end game cap breakers. But anyways, y'all, that is pretty much it. Let me know what y'all think about each version of the build. Let me know which one you like the most, and let me know if you're gonna make any of these builds. Thank y'all so much for watching. I love you all, and as always, keep grinding.